What's up, gang? We're back after a week off. I got to admit, I missed you guys. I really did. But uh,
Sorry about that.
we got a little feedback coming off here off of Lady Prepper. That's my fault. I turned the sound on her computer while I was using it today.
He admitted he was wrong. What the
But
heck is going on?
hey, that's twice I've been wrong in my life.
That's true.
When I did that and when I thought I was wrong before and I wasn't. So that's twice. But it's good to be back with everybody here. Been a lot going on. Yeah, a lot going on. You're going to have to bear with me a little bit. Looks like there's a delay between YouTube and my software here. I've seen it 3 times since I've been on here just messing around with you guys. But as you know, it's giveaway night. I love giving stuff away. Here's the names right here. We had 9 entries. Got the old cowboy hat. We're going to drop them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to set that right there. So when we get done talking here tonight, I'm going to pull a couple of names out of there and see who the winners are. We'll show you your prize and get your address and shoot it to you. You know how we do this thing. But let's see who's with us tonight. Looks like Rural was the first one in. All right, buddy. I missed your live stream last night. You had a couple of items there I was wanting to bid on. I saw them on your Facebook page. But dadgummit, I missed it. I was really wanting to get over there and pick up a couple of those. Glenn Anderson's with us. Yes, sir. My man. Happy to see you's in the house. Edith Wallace. Okay, for contest purposes. If I pull Jeffrey Wallace out of here, that's Edith Wallace. They're both the same. So I want to let you know up front. Don't want anybody to think I'm doing anything wrong here. Who else we got? Texas Raiders with us. Shalom, my friend. Appreciate you being with us tonight. Yes, sir. Come on down. Let's see who else we got here. Come on. There's Michelle. Michelle J. from Tennessee. That's my girl right there. I call Texas Raider. There he is, 1122. Yep, there he is right there. He's with us. Oh, come on. Nick L., there's my man. We got to hook up on the radio. I know you're there every day. I'm always doing something. I'm usually writing. I've gotten into writing another book lately, guys. That's why you're not seeing a lot of videos from me. I'm writing another book, but I do have to give you a shout on the radio one afternoon. Greg is with us. My man. Yes, sir. 4th and goal. All right. Tammy Joe. There's one of my cheerleaders right there. David Jones up in New York. Yep. Getting you some good pizza and cold beer up there with friends and family. That's awesome right there. Short-lived Saint. My man right there on Channel 21 on CB. If anybody's in the local area and you want to give him a shout, he's on Channel 21 on the CB frequencies. So give him a shout. I know who else is down here. Linda Farrow's with us. Lynn Stalker, yeah. Who else we got down here? Buzz Runner's in the house. Some of you guys, I was surprised you didn't enter the contest. You usually do. And some of you are repeat winners, but you didn't enter this one. So I guess you're just being nice, trying to let others get a shot at winning. All right, Janet's with us from Iowa. There we go. David, my man right there. David T4. Who else we got down here? Is that about it? Looks like I'm getting close to the end of the list here. Might be. Yeah. Oh, there's Tamara right there. Tamara L&L Homestead. Go check her channel out, guys. And Rural, go check his channel out. I like to support the people that support me. Patriot Ordinance, there we go. Thank you for being here. Come on, Wanda's with us. Yep, Wanda. You didn't enter the contest, Wanda. I was really looking forward to that. 4x4 fella, there's a new one right there. Appreciate you being here. Right now, it looks like you're the only one don't have a wrench. If you want a wrench, come back 2 more times. On your 3rd visit to a live feed, you get a wrench. But thank you for being here tonight. All right. He's across the pond. The man's over in Europe. Man, I wish you would have entered that contest. That would have been cool. Miss MadPad. Oh, I got one coming up. I got a contest coming up, 4x4. So stick around. You'll still have a shot to win. Miss MadPad's with us. All right. Genesis Design. Check him out. He's got a lot of good stuff, folks. He really does. Who else we got down here? Already called out my man, Texas. Looks like that's about it. Marcia Cross is with us. Appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are here. I got to get you a wrench. That's for sure. Got to get you one.
Kathy usually is the one
Yep.
typing, but Marcia's typing
Yeah,
tonight.
Kathy's usually here with us, but
She is. She's here. She's just on Marcia's phone.
okay, good. All right. Todd's with us tonight. Come on. John H. There we go. Haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks. I appreciate you coming back. I know you're busy, though. You guys are busy as heck up there. It's that time of year. You got that nice homestead up there, and you got a lot going on. So I understand why you hadn't been here, but thanks for being here tonight. Nothing on my channel 2 technology challenge to do videos. Yeah. You can get it. You get the hang of it. That's for sure. Well, let's get on what we came here to talk about. First off, I saw something this week on Fox News that should let everybody know how when a celebrity endorses something like a candidate or a product or whatever, how much attention you should really pay to that. Let me show you this. Kevin Bacon, he went incognito as a regular person. He covered up his face. He went out in the world just to be, like a regular guy. And he said that it sucked, basically. He said nobody told him that they loved him. Oh, no, that's just so terrible. You're out in public and nobody says, I love you. Oh, no. And he talked about how terrible it was to stand in a line, to have to wait for coffee. These people are totally out of touch with reality. And he's not really a big superstar. He's just like one of the, he's a star, but he's not one of the mega stars. Let me put it that way. But that's how much out of touch they are with the average person. So when they tell you, you need to vote for this person, or you need to buy that product, or you need to go, take advantage of this service, just think about that. They have no idea what you need. None whatsoever. You need to give that the weight it deserves, folks. That's the only reason I brought that up, because they're just totally out of touch with reality, and they think we should listen to them. No, I don't think so. But let's send out a prayer for those folks in Texas. There's still a lot of people down there in the dark. That hurricane rolled ashore on Monday morning, late Sunday night, Monday morning. On Tuesday morning, right here, there was 2,200,000 people out of power. They had no electrical service. I checked it earlier this morning, and there were still over 1.3 million that had no electrical power. So let's pray for them folks. Hopefully they had a little backup system somewhere, like I keep harping on you guys about, just a small one, anything, right? But on the heels of that, electric grid operators are sounding the alarm over EPA rules. Now, the EPA keeps saying they're going to shut down more and more of these coal and fuel oil powered plants. Their objective is to get to, I think it's net zero by 2030. That's only 6 years away, guys, on their emissions. That's impossible. But the EPA just keeps shutting them down. They don't care what kind of effect it has on customers. They don't care if you're sitting in the dark. I mean, I've linked the power outage map to you guys several times on some of these videos, and you can go there any day, and you will see that California has over 10,000 people with no electric power every day, because they've shut off so many of their oil and coal plants out there. California is trying to go nuclear or solar or wind or whatever, and it's just not working. And every day you have thousands and thousands and thousands of people there without power. That's how well that works. They don't care though. They really don't. As long as it, don't inconvenience them and their homes, the powerful people, then they don't care what it does to you and me. But there was something that went on today that I'm not seeing a lot, yesterday, I should say, that I'm not seeing a lot of talk about. Something very important. But the House of Representatives voted on a bill to make it a law for voters in the United States to have proof that they're U.S. citizens before they can vote in an election. Well, of course, the Democrats are fighting that tooth and nail. They want no part of it. But it was passed, and 5 Democrats joined the Republicans and passed that bill today. But I don't really think it's going to matter a whole lot. I don't think it's ever going to get through the Senate because Democrats have the majority in the Senate, and they want to be able to cheat in these elections. Yeah, I said it. There goes my monetization. They want illegals to vote. That's why they're bringing them in. They know that Americans are not going to vote for them anymore, and that's why they're importing votes from other countries. But if by some miracle it did get through the Senate, Big Joe's already said he'd veto that. He's not going to let that happen. I don't talk about politics much, but when I do, it's like this. It's something that affects us every day. I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to vote for, who not to vote for, what to support on a local issue, other than the Second Amendment. I'm a hardline Second Amendment guy. But Joe's just not going to let that happen. He's going to veto that bill if by some miracle it does get to the Senate. But I don't think it's going to, so it'll never get to him. But there was another thing that happened in the last couple of weeks while I was off that someone asked me about personally. They asked me if people had to have a ham license to talk on ham radio anymore because of the Chevron decision that came out of the Supreme Court last week. Now, this is the second time that the Supreme Court has shot down federal departments who have made up regulations that they say are laws. This is the second time this has happened. This one was concerning fisheries in the Northeast. The EPA told the fishermen up there they had to pay a $500 a day fee for federal monitors to monitor, their activity, how many fish they catch, what kind of fish they catch, stuff like that. But finally, somebody challenged that, and they won. But that's the second time. Like I said, the first time, if you'll remember, was the ATF and their pistol brace rule. SCOTUS shot that down as well. So they're actually turning down these federal departments. The way the law was written before was if Congress didn't address those regulations directly, then people or organizations had to go by what the department regulations were. And now the Supreme Court has said, no, you don't have to, because these departments can't make laws. So I was asked about of course, the ham radio license, because that's FCC. But what I found out is, each one of these cases pretty much have to be challenged until they get probably 7 or 8 cases that they shoot down. And then it'll be considered a blanket kind of ruling against the federal departments. But we'll have to see what happens with that. But let's get on to talk about what I wanted to talk about here tonight to help you guys out. Things are looking bad, guys. Things are really looking bad. We all know we have the election coming up. And if Trump wins, it's going to be a nightmare. There's going to be riots everywhere. Going to be buildings burning, police cars turned over, whatever. And, you got to get ready for that. But if Biden wins, or whoever's going to take his place, We're going to get into that in just a minute. If the Democrats win, we're going to have hyperinflation. There's no doubt about it. They got us going down that road. It's not going to stop. So either way, America's going to lose. So you need to step up your preparations between now and then. Because once it happens, it's done. It happened. You need to be ready for it. It's up to you what you want to do. If you want to put in a good supply of food, which I think would be good for you to beef up your food supply right now, because when that hyperinflation kicks in, a can of beans is going to be $5. You're not going to be able to afford it. But if Trump does win, which it looks like he might, I still don't think they're going to let him win. I really don't believe they're going to let him win. Like I've said it before, no matter what it takes to keep him out of office, I think they're going to do it. But if by some chance he does win, it's going to be a nightmare, guys, all across the country. And you need to get ready for that. But it's up to you. Right now, decide what you need to do between now and then and step up those efforts. Because, like I said, either way, whoever wins, there's going to be a problem. It's either going to be a short-term problem with riots, which might turn into, something worse, martial law, something like that, or hyperinflation. Without a doubt, if the liberals stay in charge, we will have hyperinflation. You're not going to be able to afford to live. If you have anything you owe money on, your mortgage, if you can pay that off, it would be great. Your car, anything, credit cards, whatever. You need to pay those off if you can. Get debt free, because the more you actually own, the more you are protecting yourself from that inflation. But everybody pretty much knows that. So I'm just, I hope you guys will do it. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to motivate you. Oh, they're absolutely going to blame the Republicans. That's going to happen. But if you watch what's going on right now, they're blaming everything on Donald Trump with the border and the inflation and everything. They're blaming it on Donald Trump. When they walked into a beautiful situation when they took over this administration, and they screwed it up. But they're not going to take the blame for it, that's for sure. Oh, what we got here? Let me see here. Oh, thank God our house and land is paid for. Absolutely. That is wonderful. Patriot Ordnance, don't forget the ammo. Damn right. Rock and roll. Stock it. Precious metals, guys. Brass and lead are precious metals. What we got here? Son's in the house. Thank you for coming in, buddy. There's the farmer. He's back with us. Yep. There we go. Ooh, getting a dry throat, guys. Hang on a second. Before you ask, yes, I did quit smoking. I did. I had one cigarette in 4 weeks, and it was horrible. So that's over.
He turned a little green.
Yeah. Her son tempted me. He came over for dinner.
He didn't know, though.
No, he didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
He left a pack of cigarettes on the bar out on the patio.
He called me to tell me to throw them
And he
away.
left them out there. And I never would have known they were out there. He called and told her, said, go get those cigarettes and throw them away. Well, what'd she do? She walked right by me with the cigarettes. I said, give me one of those. But it was horrible. It was a mistake. It really was. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, I think that's pretty much over. But let's get on with it. We got some important stuff to talk about.
Michelle asked, what ratio of gold to silver do you suggest?
I would, unless you
All
have
silver.
a lot of money, I would not recommend that you buy gold because it's so high.
Yeah.
Let me see where those prices are right now. Let me check that out for you. Looks like everything's down a little bit. Gold is at $2,422.80. Silver's at $31.51.
Oh, wow. That's high.
But, if you got the money to buy gold, go for it. But right now, I have to highly recommend that when that silver gets below $30, buy all of it you can. Get it. You want a minimum of 2 to 3, maybe 400 ounces, but you want to break that up into smaller coins. You want 1 ounce coins, quarter ounce coins, and 1/10 ounce coins. Because when money's no good anymore, which will probably be in the next 2 or 3 years, those different size coins will be used like different size bills now, hundreds and 50s and 20s. But, and plus it will never go bad. It don't matter if the economy's good for another 100 years. When it finally does crash, that silver or gold will be worth even more. It's not going to go bad. That's for dang sure. But you'll be ready just in case. And the way things are going, I just can't keep going this way. Where's the federal deficit right now? Let me see what we got here. Oh, the debt clock, I should say. We're at 34,896,904,000,000. So we're almost up to $35 trillion. And the higher that number goes, the more that silver and gold is worth. I don't care what they say. They manipulate that market all the time. That gold and silver will always be good. Never, ever goes bad. And the worse it gets, the more that's worth. But another thing I want to talk to you guys about, as far as prepping goes, I don't know how many of you saw the Dr. Phil special where he was talking to the preppers on his, his show last week, I think it was. Yeah, last week. But it reminded me of something that Tucker Carlson had planned before Fox, kicked him out the door. He did a 1 hour special on preppers in the United States, but it looks like this thing's getting more mainstream, guys. I'm sure if you've been prepping a while, you know that there was a time when preppers were considered 1%, just 1% of the population. Now that number's up to about 5%. So, it's not really a wacko doomsday prepper kind of thing anymore. Net Geo pretty much gave us all a bad name with that show they had on a few years. But the sad thing was that show started out good. It started out with good intentions. And then they decided to skew over to the wackos because it got them more viewers. But, I watched the show. I was already a prepper when they started that. So I was interested in what they did. But even when they showed the wackos, you got a couple of good ideas in the program. So, but right now, these prepper communities are becoming a big thing. There's a couple of huge companies around the country. The first one we'll talk about is Fortitude Ranch. They're in Nevada, Texas, and Colorado right now, and they're about to open a facility in Tennessee. But you can go online and hook up with them and actually schedule a stay on their properties. So you can try it out and see what they got available. You can go stay for up to a week. And it's basically a vacation. You can go, spend a vacation on their properties and see what it's all about, which is a good idea. I mean, you might get there and decide, no, this ain't for me. But it's growing. It's growing big. It's growing fast. And another one, which, they called out on Dr. Phil particularly, it was the first one ever in the country, was Vivos. Right now they're in Indiana, Kansas, and South Dakota. They have those old military bunkers that they are selling. When they started out, they were averaging between $15,000 and $25,000, and now they average about $50,000 to $75,000 just for an empty bunker. Where Fortitude Ranch is it's more of a kind of like a housing complex, but they have fallout shelters. You can go there and stay and you see what they have. It's more of an above ground community, where Vivos is an underground community. But a good point I heard the other night, I can't remember where it was. If you're underground, that's great. That's going to protect you. from bombs or, bioweapons or whatever. But if somebody attacks your compound, you can't defend it from underground. You have to defend it on the surface. You have to come out to defend it. So that's something people need to think about. Now, here's another thing. Those locations, like for me, they're a long way away. All right. Or there's a lot of people, and I have friends that have bug out places in Georgia, and North Carolina, and Tennessee, in Arkansas. Are they going to be able to get there? If things go bad, are they going to be able to get there? If it's a slow collapse, like an economic collapse, and you see the money just going away every day, it's worth less and less and less, and the market's going down, and boom, people are losing millions and billions. Yeah, you'll have time to get there. But if it's a quick situation, like say overnight, the economy goes bad. Doubt you're going to get there, guys. There's going to be a lot of problems on the road. If it's an EMP, a nuclear attack, no, you're not going to get there. It's great that you have those properties. It's great that these facilities are there for you to go visit. Go check them out and see if you want to be a part of that community. That's awesome. But are you going to be able to get there? If there's a nuclear attack in Washington, D.C., or New York, or Los Angeles, no, you're not going to be able to get there. Even from here in Florida, you're not going to be able to get to North Carolina. You're not going to be able to get to Tennessee because the federal government's going to institute martial law, and you're not going to be able to travel. It's that simple. Now, I know pretty much everybody that has those, those bug out places in those locations far away, they're pretty much set at home. But what you need to think about, guys, is make sure home is ready first. You can't count on going hundreds of miles to somewhere safe. Make sure home is ready first. Stock it up to the gills. Stock it from walls to ceiling. Get your defensive tools. Get your food. Get your water. Looks like Philip made it. All right. Appreciate it, buddy. You didn't miss the drawing, so hang on. But those are the things you have to take care of first. It'd be great for me. I wish I had a bug out location in the mountains in Georgia. If I did, then I'd be worried about getting there. If it's, like I said, a slow collapse coming, I'd get there. But if it's something overnight, an EMP, a nuclear attack, if, like I said, if the United States is invaded in any way, you're not going to get there, guys. It's that simple. Think about it. Think about it. What you're investing your money in. Think about your options, how to get there. Make sure you're, wherever you are right now watching this, make sure it's ready first. Because I'm going to say probably 80% of the things that could possibly happen is going to keep you where you are. It's that simple. All right. Hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully that motivated you a little bit. If it did, that's a good thing. But I got an exclusive. The Redneck News Network has an exclusive video to share with you. This is Joe Biden practicing for his golf match with Donald Trump.
Mr. Haverkamp, your ball's right over here, sir. It's right there. No, Mr. Haverkamp, the green's right over there. It's that way. Look, sir, just bend a little bit that way and swing away and just straight up. It's fine. Great.
Oh, Dolly, I'm hot today.
We know that's how it's going to be. Trump knows that's how it's going to be. It's never going to happen, but it would be fun to watch. That would be a great pay-per-view event, I think. But all right, let's get on to why. Let's get on to why everybody's here. Let's have some fun. I just want to kick that off. That was a little fun, but right here is what we're giving away. All right, little collapsible rocket stove. It looks like this. When it's collapsed, it's easy to carry in your vehicle. If you want to put it in a backpack and carry it, that's great. But stick it in your vehicle. It goes wherever you go, wherever that bug out bag or get home bag is that's coming with you. But I think we need to give a couple of those away. So let's do that. You guys saw me put all these in here. We're going to shuffle them up here. Let's see what we got. All right. Let me try to find a winner. All right, who have we got here? Husky Mama. Husky Mama forever. Are you here? I hadn't seen her tonight.
Yeah, she was here.
Was she?
She was.
All right. Come on, come on. Hey, Rebecca joined us. All right. Husband inherited 25. We bought 20 adjacent. Awesome. That is great.
Coming to your house, Rebecca.
That's great. Yep, we're headed to Arkansas if things go bad.
Bringing our little trailer.
All right,
we'll be
come
on. The
on.
edge of your property.
Come on, Husky Mama. Come on.
There she is.
Is she in here?
Yeah.
There she is. All right. There's the first winner, guys.
You give that to her Monday.
Yeah. Well, we got to order it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Don't
Whoop.
forgot.
All right. We're going to see you on Monday still, I think.
Yeah, she said she is. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't have one.
But all right, let's pull one more name out of here. See what we got. Let's see who we got. I'm going to go with that one right there. Mrs. Mad Pad. I know you're here. I saw you earlier. Come
Miss
on.
Marcia.
Tell me you're here.
That's my other Iowa.
Mrs. Mad Pad. Come on, show me.
Oh, she's still here.
Are
There
you?
she is.
Is she still here?
Yeah.
There we go. There's our two winners. All right. All right. I want my two winners to send me email me your shipping address. I'm going to order these on Amazon.
Put your email up there.
They've actually gone up, I think $3 each since I announced this giveaway. But there's everybody else. Just so you guys will see that it's real. There we go. Sheila Wixon was there. Tamara L&L Homestead was there. Philip Dixon was there. All the rest of you guys are here. I mean, by now I shouldn't have to prove myself. Texas Raider. But, yeah, Tammy Joe, there's my girl right there. Always pulling for Tammy, but she's a past winner. Todd Neese, there we go. Who's the last one here? Jeffrey Wallace. All right. But we got our two winners. That's what we wanted. But here is another contest coming up that we can all have fun with, guys. All right. We all know they're putting the pressure on Joe to resign or to stop his campaign. So here it is. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. I want you to send me an email with the title is just Biden, and put in the body of that email, just like you do with the rest of these contests, the name I see right here, plus the date you think it will be official that he's withdrawn or kicked out of the race for president. Give me the date that you think his presidential campaign is over. The person that hits it or closest to it will win a prize. I ain't figured out what the prize is yet, but it's going to be a pretty good one. I can promise you that. This one's coming out of my pocket, so it ain't going to be extravagant, but it'll be pretty good. But just, send me that email with that date. If I was going to guess, I probably wouldn't push it beyond next week, because I saw 4 sources today that reported the Democratic DNC war chest, their money coming in is drying up because their supporters are not supporting Joe. So it's up to you. Put a date on there in the heading, Biden, your screen name, and the date you think his campaign will officially be over. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be over soon, but I might be wrong. He might run the full length, you know, but we'll see. But I wanted to do that for you guys. I hope you enjoy being a part of this community because we love you. We love every one of you. Appreciate every one of you being here. I enjoy this. I missed you guys last week, but we will see you next week. And I'm going to try to squeeze out a video or two this week, on the weekend probably. Like I said, I'm writing. I do that Monday through Friday. I'm writing a book I think you guys will enjoy. So hopefully I'll get that done. You guys have no idea how hard it is to write a book. But with that, I want to say stay strong. Keep prepping. Love every one of you. And pray for the USA. The Orlando Prepper is out.